And our battle in Brazil begins as the lights go out. The Sao Paulo Grand Prix is underway. Oh look, Verstappen closed the racing line. A legal defence for Verstappen. And now Maman Resing made a late braking manoeuvre. His car slid in. Maman Resing wins the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights, for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Piastri, McKinnon, Carlos Sainz and Russell, Norris, Gasly, Hanya and Fernando Alonso, Albon, Hülkenberg, Lance Stroll and Behrman, Colapinto, Bortoleto, Liam Lawson and Esteban Ocon, Lindblad and Andrea Kimi Antonelli rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today. Anthony Davidson, Interlagos, always one of my favourite weekends of the season. Love Brazil, adore this track.
Absolutely spot on, Crofty. I wish you could pick this circuit up and place it, copy-pasted on multiple different locations around the planet, because it is sensational to watch, sensational to drive. And for all these drivers here in Brazil, it's a great time to get stuck into this Interlagos circuit. It's an anti-clockwise track, lots of important corners to get right, and it's a track where you can make or lose an awful lot of lap time.
The formation lap gets underway then, and it's going to be interesting today to see how the dry conditions could affect the lifespan of the tyres. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can, and they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, and failing that, within the points.
And our battle in Brazil begins as the lights go out. The Sao Paulo Grand Prix is underway and we're racing towards the first corner. Verstappen gets a good start. Maman Resing looks to push into second place very aggressively between Lando Norris and Leclerc. P2 for Maman Resing and back again. Verstappen and Maman Resing, Red Bull and Ferrari. The battle feels the need to take position aggressively. The competition is very tight between Verstappen and Maman Resing, and Verstappen pushes without any problems there, knowing that he is competing with the championship contenders. The pressure on Verstappen this season is very strong. Maman Resing, who always tries to compete with his car this season, is very visible, and it always becomes a stumbling block for Verstappen.
This is really a battle between Verstappen and Maman Resing. This season is really a battle between Red Bull and Ferrari, and Red Bull always wins in qualifying.
Oh look, Verstappen closed the racing line. A legal defence for Verstappen, and luckily Maman Resing was still able to control his car.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.8 seconds.
Drama in the pit lane. Leclerc takes over the race lead, followed by Lando Norris in P2. The focus shifts to the pit lane. How big a gap will Leclerc and Norris build before Verstappen and Maman Resing emerge from the pit lane again on fresher tyres? The race has just entered its most crucial stage.
The race entered lap 14, and the tension at the front was literally burning up the asphalt. The cameras were now focused entirely on the fierce duel between four-time champion Max Verstappen and his challenger, who was looking absolutely demonic today, Maman Resing. Over the last few laps, Maman Resing continued to close the gap. The gap, which had initially reached 1.5 seconds, had now evaporated. Entering the main straight, Maman Resing was already in the DRS zone. Trailing Verstappen's rear wing, Maman Resing was closing in. Only 0.4 seconds now. He was really pushing Verstappen to the limit. And now Maman Resing made a late braking manoeuvre. His car slid in, and Verstappen, Max Verstappen had to slide again and again. Red Bull had to experience this unpleasant experience every time they duelled with Ferrari.
It was a truly heated overtake. It was a completely legal and clean overtake, with no contact or track limits violations. Maman Resing managed to position his car perfectly in front, taking the ideal racing line. However, the intense pressure from Maman's clean maneuver apparently caused Verstappen to lose stability.
And of all the drama, all the controversy, all the magical moments in Formula 1 2025, it all comes down to this moment. And right now, it seems everything is going Maman Resing's way. Red Bull is unhappy. Ferrari will be delighted. They've shared a brilliant championship battle. But the championship can only be won by one man, and that will be Indonesia's in 2025. Maman Resing, for the first time, is world champion. Fastest practice, sprint pole position, sprint victory, Grand Prix pole position, and Grand Prix victory. Maman Resing wins the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
We have to remember these days, there's no guarantee they're going to last forever. Enjoy them as long as they last. I love you guys.
Oh, it's unbelievable! It is unbelievable, we've done it! We've done it! There were times this season where I didn't think that would happen, but mate, you have pulled it out the bag, and you are the world champion!
And with that, another year of Formula 1 draws to a close, and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers. That's a spectacular victory, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today.
And of course, that's now 4 race wins in a row. They've got the momentum now, and it's starting to turn into a bit of a dominance.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.